Today we're going to make croissant sourdough bread. It is incredibly thin crust outside and airy texture inside. I'm going to show you how to make this amazing croissant sourdough bread step by step. I assume that we already have prior knowledge about sourdough starter. If you want to know how to make it from scratch, please watch my other video, how to make sourdough starter from scratch. Before we start, the starting timing is gonna be around 8 o'clock in the morning. You're gonna add 35 grams of mature sourdough starter and add 70 grams of room temperature filtered water and mix a little bit. $35 grams of all-purpose flour, 35 grams of whole wheat flour or rye flour. Mix a little bit. Please cover it with a loose fitting lid and let it sit in warm environment, about 78 Fahrenheit or 25 Celsius for 5 to 6 hours until it doubles. First, we're going to grate 100 grams of butter, and I will keep this in freezer. I actually tried just grating butter from refrigerator directly to the dough. Honestly, I didn't see a huge different result, so you can try either ways. We will need 200 milliliters of water and add 1 egg yolk. It's always good to use all ingredients in room temperature because it helps achieving better texture and rise in bread. I added 18 grams of honey, mix a little bit, and my sourdough starter doubled now and it's ready to use. Add 70 grams of sourdough starter and mix all wet ingredients. And add 300 grams of bread flour. I'm going to use mixer, but if you don't have one, you can mix by hand for about 5 minutes. I will use mixer and mix in lower speed level 2 for 3 to 4 minutes. Then I will perform some scooping and slapping the dough motion to incorporate better. Once it's pretty decently incorporated, which should only take about 30 seconds to a minute, let it sit for 1 hour at 78 Fahrenheit room temperature. After 1 hour, sprinkle 6 grams of sea salt over the top and add 50 milliliters of water. And then mix in a mixture in lower speed for 3 to 4 minutes and perform another set of scooping and slapping motion about 1 or 2 minutes until it's smooth and begin to catch the air. Place it back in your bowl covered and let it sit for 40 minutes. Now we're going to perform total 5 foldings. Here is the summary of our folding plan. First folding will be without butter. Then we will sprinkle our butter and we'll perform 1 folding. After that, we're gonna do 4 more foldings. It sounds like a lot of resting and foldings, but it really only requires active working time less than 1 hour, so I think we can handle this. 40 minutes later, we will do our first folding without butter added. Grab the dough, stretch it up as far as it will extend without tearing. Fold over itself and repeat that all around the dough about 7 to 8 times. This is one set of your folding before we add butter. Let it sit for 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, we're going to stretch the dough to test the gluten development. If it stretches without tearing, it's ready. Place the dough onto the unfloured workspace. Carefully, gently stretch the dough to all 4 directions and make it into the square shape. We're going to sprinkle the butter, and now we're going to perform 1 folding here. Fold right side over to the left side and grab the left side and fold over to the right side. Then grab the down side, pull over to the top and pull the top part over down to the center. Repeat the fold, top to the bottom and from bottom to the top again, and fold each side to center. We will place this in rectangular container. From here, we will perform 4 more foldings for every 40 minutes. Our first folding after 40 minutes later. Lift the center of the dough carefully and gently and tuck the bottom side to under the center and the top side to the under the center. Turn the container and perform same thing. We will basically do this 3 more times. So total 4 folding times will be performed, the grand total of 160 minutes of a folding. Now let it rest for 1.5 hours in warm environment. You should be placing it back in that environment every time you do a folding. The room temperature should be about 78 Fahrenheit temperature. Hour and a half later, transfer the dough onto lightly floured surface. We will shape, pull the left side over to the right side over to the left side. Then roll the dough and seal the seam at each side. Sprinkle rice flour onto bread basket and carefully transfer the dough with the seam facing up and stitch the dough how I do. Place this into plastic bag and close it with a rubber band so no air can really get into it. Let it rest in refrigerator for 12 to 14 hours. At the next day, preheat the oven to 500 Fahrenheit with the bread pan inside. We should preheat the pan at least for 30 to 40 minutes so the pan is very hot. Place the dough very carefully and dust the top with the rice flour, scone the center, and cover the pan with the lid. Then bake this at 500 Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Open the lid and bake 20 more minutes at 450 Fahrenheit. Our sourdough croissant bread is ready. It's an incredibly delicious recipe. You can pre-slice this and keep it in the freezer for 1 to 2 weeks and eat whenever you want. Whole family can enjoy this bread. I hope you try. If you have any questions, please leave in my comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification and follow more delicious recipes. Happy baking!